All right, we ain't been much on CUZ411 lately, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, we have launched a new podcast. It's called A Fistful of Dirt, and you can find it everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher. That's been a lot of work, and but it's going well. We're well into it, like 30 episodes now, but that took the brunt of the time. But we're fixing to get back into shooting some video that you can watch. And subject of today is kids, getting kids going. Now that's something that's done to death, but I got my own opinions on that. When I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of stuff about kids. There wasn't youth guns, there wasn't youth clothes, there wasn't a whole lot of youth anything. I can remember freezing to death and putting like bread paper wrappers in my boots to stay warm, and wool and all that. It was crazy. Now there's gear and all that kind of stuff, so you might as well take advantage of it. My girls, I didn't necessarily want them to be big-time hunters. I just wanted them to know where food came from. So I would take them, and sometimes that meant a sleeping bag on the ground with Barbie dolls and stuck-up blinds, but, buddy, they went and went and went. And by the time they were ready to hunt, I think they both shot their first deer with a .243. I know Lauren did, and that's a good caliber. But when they're like cranky size and littler, the worst thing you can do is give them too much gun. If they're scared of it, if it kicks them, if the sound drives them crazy, that could stick with them a long time. So when these started, first thing's a 22. We've been plinking with a 22 all day, and it is nothing but fun. They're very comfortable with that. You can teach gun safety. They were firing a semi-automatic 22 pistol over there for half an hour, and it was a lot of fun. But for a deer rifle, I stuck with a 223. This is Cranky's new one right here. Cranky killed, 3 or 4 deer, but he killed Craig with a single shot 243. I think it was a Mossberg. A 223 is plenty big enough if you limit your shot distance and you really work hard on bullet placement every time before they go. And in some of these blinds, I have like a cutaway of a deer. Every time we'll remind them, where you go straight up that leg, you get right there, you squeeze. 223 is plenty. This one right here is the one, Cranky's new gun. He kind of picked this out for several reasons. This is a Steyr. Seems like a lot of money, but that's kind of their hobbies. So this is a Steyr Scout. It's got a lot going for it. Number one, this is a big deal. I've never seen it before. It's got a clip for here. It's got an extra clip in the stock down here. It's a bolt action. It's got pull-out tripod or a bipod right here, and Cranky says that's for sniping right there. But it's a little 223. He loves it. He's not scared to shoot it. The bullets we're shooting, these are federal Fusion, I think, and I think they're 62 grain hollow point, and we hadn't had any deer get away from those. Now Matt, his brother, can you see Matt up there? Matt's son got big. He's a growing boy, and he shot a 223 forever. But now he's moved up to, this is my personal favorite caliber, and I am no ballistics expert. I ain't even a gun guy, so don't get into a gun argument with somebody. What's the best deer caliber? I ain't going down that rabbit hole. This right here is a 25-06. This one happens to be an A-bolt, Browning A-bolt. It's got a good little pole scope on it to see late into the evening. These deer down here are terrible about not coming out till late. But to me, the 25-06 is the perfect caliber for ladies. My wife's got one, Lauren's got one, and I've never heard of a 25-06 till I was hanging around down at Bent Creek, and Johnny Lanier loves the caliber. And if you want to know about deer, you can ask Johnny Lanier, Leo Allen, buddy. They've had so many people through there over 30 years, they know a lot. It doesn't kick. It doesn't have that 30 caliber recoil. It's just a perfect caliber. It'll reach way out there. And now Matt's shooting the 25-06. You like it?
Yes, sir.
He loves that thing. He's like, the first time he shot it, well, that didn't kick bad. I'm telling you, big guys, little guys and all that recoil in that initial blast, it's a big deal. So you limit that as much as you can. So now Matt has moved up to the 25-06. To me, the perfect all-around deer caliber. And I ain't talking about moose and elk and all that kind of stuff. Although one of the best videos I ever got in Colorado, a guy shot a big bull elk with a 243 and killed him dead. Dead's dead. Another thing is you need, in my opinion, you need to let them take ownership. It's like Cranky. Cranky's got his own backpack, and it took him all day a week ago to pack it. Let's hop in. Tell me what's in it, Cranky. Start pulling stuff out. Here's something you need to put in their backpack, and I don't care if they carry one or not. Headphones or earphones, ear protection of some kind. Because if they get used to shooting in these, you put them on them before they shoot at a deer, they know that it's not going to be this loud boom. Now, that may sound kind of wimpy, but that's a big deal. Carry these. Don't let them shoot without them when they're sighting that gun in. Throw them in the backpack. What else you got?
Some stuff that's already been pulled out. I have my orange.
You got your orange vest. Let me see what else you got in there. Come on.
I got a grunt call.
This is stuff he packed on his own. Grunt call. Can you use it?
Nah.
You're going to be shy. The ever-present, ever-popular in the Southeast
Thermocell.
Thermocell. That's what it is, a thermocell. Now, what do you use these for? Clipping?
Get stuck in some briars or something.
If you get stuck in some briars or you need to clip stuff away, we use a lot of shooting houses and a lot of pop-up blinds, and we build ground blinds on the ground, so you always need some shears. The big ones are called limb loppers. We use those a lot. What else you got in here?
2 pairs of binoculars.
Why 2?
Well, the other day, me and my daddy were hunting, and he got kind of lucky because he needed some, so I gave him a pair. And
see, now that's a man after my own heart. One for me, one for my guide who didn't have it. What else we got in here?
A hat.
Old school floppy hat. That's your hunting hat?
Yes, sir.
Throw that on for me for a minute. Let's make sure it fits before we go hunt. All right. What is it?
Face paint.
Face paint, because we do a lot of crossbow hunting, and that's close. He does. Bottle of water. What is that?
Headlamp.
Headlamp?
Looking for your deer.
While he's looking for his deer. That's what I'm talking about.
Compass.
That's a compass, and he knows how to use it. Everybody needs to know, they know which direction the house is. If we go over here, the house is south. If we go back there in the swamp, then the house is north, and they know it. Know how to use it. And this is something his mama don't even know about. Pocket knife. Every hunter needs a pocket knife. Just don't tell your mama about that. The point being, Cranky spent, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours getting it just right. Going through products, making sure he had everything, and that's what he decided on. Matt's kind of seat of the pants guy. You hear them acorns falling on my chicken coop. That's distracting. You ought to try to sleep in there with them chickens. That's really loud. But Matt's kind of a seat of the pants guy. He's more interested in, where we going. And he goes with me a lot, so he knows I'm going to have 2 of everything. Bottom line is, make it comfortable for them, make it fun for them, and make them take ownership. Right now, with this COVID stuff going on, if it didn't teach us anything else, it taught us a lot about spending more time at home. There's more people turkey hunted this year than ever. There's more people deer hunting this year than ever. So not only breaking in kids is our responsibility, you should kind of keep your ears out for somebody that lives next to you, an adult who would love to live this lifestyle, but they're a little intimidated. It's being a mentor takes time, but now's the time we could make a push, make a little wave, and grab some more hunters. What do you think? That sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I did a podcast with Tim Wells. I don't know when you're going to see this, and he calls every big deer Big Louie, and I love that because he don't necessarily score. So, look, we're fixing to get our season started. The gun season opened yesterday. Matt had an extremely close call. Cranky couldn't find a big enough doe to shoot, but we're just getting rolling. So here's hoping Big Louie walks out in front of all of you. More CUZ411 coming. See y'all. All right, tag it up, brother. That's it. What do you think?
That's fallen really fun.